to capture your heart and bring you home.
Alright, so we're going to start off using the same primer as I always do. And then I'm going to be mixing these two e.l.f. foundations. One is sand and one is in the shade natural, to try to get as close to Katrina's skin color as possible. And as you can see, I failed. I was not tan enough. Katrina is literally a bronze goddess, so... but I tried. So I mixed them together, and I wanted to sheer out my foundation as much as humanly possible because they don't really have makeup on. And I got some foundation in my wig. And then the key part to Katrina's look is her freckles. So I took my NYX Microbrow pencil and I'm literally going to recreate hundreds of tiny little freckles, hand-drawn, on my face. So I just put them mostly on my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, and any place where I saw where Katrina had freckles, which is basically everywhere. So I'm just going to take them, draw in teeny little dots, and then tap them off with my finger to help them blend into the cream products as best as possible. Comment down below and tell me who you guys' favorite characters are, and who's your favorite ship in the show. I think my ultimate ships would have to be Helen and Sarge, and Katrina and Levi. Alright, so just gonna push them in and tap them off with my finger. This just helps make them look like they're a part of your skin. I already naturally have freckles, but I don't nearly have as many as she does. I don't have any in my forehead. Mine are mainly just on my nose and on my cheeks, so I had to kind of emphasize them a bit more. And then Katrina has a few little beauty spots on her face, so I put one above my lip, two on my chin, and then one on the side of my cheek. And I already had one on the side of my cheek, so I just kind of emphasized it a bit more. And then for brows, literally just brush your brows up. Like I said, the mermaids don't wear makeup in the show. Then curl your lashes, and then I'm just going to give my lashes a quick light coat of mascara, because I feel like that's all Katrina wore in the show was mascara and literally nothing else. So I'm just going to put on a little bit of black mascara. This is my Maybelline Total Temptations mascara. I'm just going to give it a little light coat on my top lashes only. And then Katrina's lips were kind of like a mixture of like a mauve and a pinky peach color, so I just chose a lipstick that kind of matched my natural lip shade as best as possible. And then I'm going to lightly set my foundation with a little bit of powder just to kind of help set those freckles. And then I'm going to go in with the bronzer and try to sculpt my face out to kind of make it look more like Katrina's as best as possible. And then I'm going to brush that bronzer on my nose and on my cheeks to make it look like I've been out in the sun for hours. Alright, and that's it. And now let's hop on under the water to create Katrina's mermaid look. Alright, so I had to take my wig off for this, and what you're going to need is a fishnet wig cap or stocking cap. I'm going to look a little ridiculous for a little bit. And the perfect shade I found that matched Katrina's scales as best as possible was Gunmetal from the Naked Original palette. And I'm taking a dense eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take as much of the powder as possible on my brush and pat on top of the fishnet. And you want to go in a dabbing, patting motion, no swiping, or else it will ruin the scales. So you just kind of want to press it on top, and you want to do this gently so that way you don't shift the fishnet and it doesn't mess up the scales. And then next I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild Not a Basic Peach palette, and I'm just going to take that blue shade in there, and these are just going to be for the lighter scales that are a little bit closer to your face. And see, isn't that cool? And then I'm going to take my lovely ears that God has given me and used it as some type of a apparatus to hold my hold my wig cap onto the side of my face and stretch it out really tight. I tested this out last night to see if I could just fit the whole thing over my head, and it didn't look too good. So I just kind of have to do it in little sections, put it on my face, use my ears to hold it in place, and then just stretch it out really tight, dip my brush in the eyeshadow, pat it on, and then slowly remove it. If you guys buy a lot of wigs like I do, and they'll already come with these really wonky, like, caps for your hair, so that you can stuff your hair in them. I don't use them, I use stocking caps instead. So, this was perfect. So, thanks Amazon for sending me this. So I'm just going to repeat this a few more times. There are a few spots where I saw that I wanted a bit more scales, so that way they could be even. And that's it. Once you're satisfied with that, put on your wig, and that's it. And you're done.